Okay, HVAC is here, and so we're just going to go and take a look, see what's been done. We heard from the electrician that he's going to be back tomorrow from about noon, probably working until Friday or so. So let's see what's up. Oh. Hi, Roland. So having lots of fun?
Trying to. It's all fun and games, right?
Sure.
You guys must be excited. First house being built?
This is our second house that we've gone through.
Yeah. Where are you from?
We were in the Blackstock area for a while.
Where's Blackstock?
Port Perry?
East of Port Perry.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
And Peterborough just drew you here, eh?
Well, we were in Oshawa in between there for 9 years, so.
And our son decided to move to Peterborough.
Yeah.
So that's really the drawing card.
Yeah. Oh,
and grandchildren.
Gotta move closer to those, right?
Yeah. So we wanted more land to grow food on and things, so we got gardens up front there and whatever. And
perfect.
so, yeah.
It all works out.
Take a little thing, so, yeah.
Do you guys have any questions for me as far as...
Well, that's what he was just saying, that he's almost finished up now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So can you describe a little bit about the heat recovery system? Because it's a little bit different. The entire house is a little bit different, right?
It is a little bit different. As for the HRV itself, I don't think I have a hand in installing that personally.
Oh, okay.
My coworkers will. However, have you ever had an HRV before?
Nope.
Heat recovery?
Nope.
Okay, so the idea for them is in the newer homes nowadays, because they're really so airtight for the specific R value of the home.
Right.
The HRVs, I guess this is the way I can explain. You ever gone to a grocery store, tried to pull open a door, but it won't open, and
There's
you
pressure.
really have to...
Yep.
It's because the building is exhausting more air than what it's making up for. So the building's under what we call a negative pressure.
Yep.
So the HRV helps with that. It brings air back in to kind of equalize the house out. It will also help you with your humidity, but of course you have the ductless head, so the air conditioner is going to be your main kind of dehumidifier. However, the HRV will help you with that. It doesn't draw a lot of humidity out, but it can kind of equalize the house to kind of match the outdoor temperature or kind of help with your comfort profile that you like.
Right.
So it's something you're going to have to play around with. You'll have a dial for it and everything, and we'll kind of set it up. If it's one of the self-balancing ones, we kind of trigger it to move a certain amount of CFM, so it'll be able to kind of keep up that way too. But of course, when the day comes and you move in, you'll have the manuals and everything here, so you'll be able to, if you're really bored, you can look through the manual and kind of read up on it. But really, that's kind of the gist for what they do. It just exhausts a lot of, say you're cooking and you have an exhaust fan on, it removes all that excess heat out and just helps keep the air nice and pure in the house.
Okay.
So are you going to be responsible for the tankless water heater too, or not?
Tankless water here, there's a possibility.
Okay.
Yeah, so Brian is, well, Dart's owner. It's hard, I can't really tell whether he's going to have me do it specifically or not.
Okay.
There's a very good possibility of it though. I do a lot of those for him. But yeah, so that's just when the day comes, whenever the plumbing starts moving along and all the fun stuff.
So is all the ducting in already for the HRV?
No.
No. Okay.
So nothing's been stopped. Here, I'll show you kind of what we've done today. It's nothing too crazy, just a little time consuming.
Nothing's happened in here.
It's always a slow process. So what we've done...
Oh, there's some coils.
Yeah, so that's our copper line set for the ductless heads of your air conditioners. What we've done is we've run a line here for the one bedroom there, and then we can take you in the mechanical room here, even though it's a little dark. We've got two other line sets as well. We've got the one up there for your main kind of area, just above the stairs, and then of course the other bedroom right there as well. So that was all Jay needed us to run today. So then he can kind of start on the finishing and start putting other walls up, and then possible drywall from what I heard.
Okay.
What my boss told me is that we won't be touching the ductless until probably the house is finished.
Oh,
just
okay.
Because that's kind of just a finisher on that. The only thing we worry about is getting all these line sets roughed in and kind of hidden so that you don't have to look at them.
Oh, so that's your stuff there.
Yep, that's all our
Okay.
stuff there. And then your condenser, when it comes time, will go on that other side of the wall.
Okay.
On the other side.
So do we have to build a pad for that as well?
Nope. So either I'll end up leveling out the ground and it'll sit on a snow stand, or I'll put air conditioning brackets on the outside.
Okay. So it'll hang.
Yeah, it'll be up off the ground because it's a heat pump. We
Right.
have to keep it at least a foot off the ground, or at
Yep.
least kind of where we would guesstimate a snow level would be.
Yeah.
So it ends up being maybe 15, 16 inches off the ground
Okay.
itself. So, yeah.
So there's 3 heads for the mini splits designated.
Yes, sir.
Whereabouts are those going to be positioned? I
Heads, so I'll
can't
take you
remember
upstairs.
seeing them on the diagram.
You can see the one line set from down here kind of goes up the wall there.
Oh yeah.
We have the one bed here. We've got this about as central as what we can get for the actual living space itself. Without
Oh, good, so it'll be up that high.
Yeah, it'll be up quite high. It should be, that might be about the middle part of the unit. The reason we have it that low or that high is because we don't know exactly how Jay's going to finish the ceiling or how the ceiling is going to look for us. I think minimum we got to keep them about an inch off the ceiling, but we do a little more because they're a bit of a pain in the butt to work with when they're that close. But yeah, we've left ourselves lots of material. Also on this side as well. Similar idea, I wanted to get it as central to the room as possible, so this one's kind of angled a little weirdly, just because that's the corner of the mechanical room down there. So I've been able to cut and feed through the other studs to be able to get it to where I think the unit should be sitting to be able to do this room properly.
Yeah, there's going to be a couple of inches anyways of insulation on the bottom side of the rafters. So.
Right, yeah.
And then lots of rock wool in between.
So you could get
And the third one up there.
Yes.
Oh, that's a better, we thought it might go on that wall. I mean, that was okay if it had,
Yep.
but that's a good compromise.
Well, Brian was here walking me through it and said it was going there. So that's kind of where I've ran it. Of course, if there are any changes before any walls go up, we can
No,
kind
I
of
think
work around this
that's
stuff.
a
right?
perfect place, like,
Good.
because
How-
right here is kind of really obvious, and that's really obvious, and this isn't as obvious,
Yeah, so
How
this
big's
one,
the unit? How wide is it?
like that.
Oh, okay.
here.
Yep.
Yeah. Like the
So
one-
that'll be really tight to that wall anyways. So it was kind of hard for me to guess where it's going to sit because that's a door, right?
Yep.
That's a little play area.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. So that's kind of the picture I have laid out for myself anyways, for those ones. I know those two will most certainly be going there. And that one was kind of a guesstimate right
Yeah.
now. But
So where would the main venting for the HRV end up being?
the HRV will be done. We can do it a few different ways. We can either go through your rafters and out the sides of the house, but my guess is it's going to be going out the main mechanical room wall on the back there. That's kind of my guess. I don't make up the plans for them specifically, but also the venting covers are really just like a white flap. They're very flush, very flat, but they are white. So depending on the color of the house.
The only, well, Jay will know better than I do, but the easiest place to go with it would be through these gables on either end. I don't know if that makes an awful lot of sense though from the perspective of the structure.
For the HRV, I don't quite know what they're doing with all the ducting just because you don't have a forced warm air system going in. You have the baseboard going in. From my experience,
Well, the baseboards is going to be secondary as well.
Yeah.
The entire pad downstairs is actually
it's heated.
exactly.
Okay.
So that's where the primary heating is coming from.
Okay. Wonderful. No, that's a nice little setup. But I'll have to, I just don't know, Brian hasn't talked to me about any specifics on it, but we would have drawings to look at to map it out and see where they're going.
Right.
I don't know, I don't think I'll have a hand in doing the HRV. That's mostly our main duck guys that do that. So they'll take care of that one.
Okay.
More than likely anyways.
It's just that I'm a little anxious about poking yet more holes through the concrete.
Oh, trust me, we don't want to touch the fox block either. We've fought enough rebar that we'll avoid it if we can.
Yep.
But,
Okay. So that's why the gables seem to be much better outlet to.
There's a possibility for it. I just don't have an answer for you right now. So I do apologize on that, but that's just as far as my knowledge goes on it.
Sounds good. So thank you.
Not a problem at all. You guys will have any questions for me at all, or?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Well, you guys have Jay's number and everything too, so I'm sure if you're ever curious about it. Call him, you can call
Easier
him,
said than done.
Yeah.
You can leave the question, but not necessarily get an answer.
Yeah, he's a character sometimes, but we're all characters.
Well, I'm glad you came to work today. Thank you.
Well, thank you.
So here's a mini split,
Yeah.
and 3 of those are going in. As he said,
So there isn't one downstairs.
no,
Okay.
that's okay. I think they're best positioned in the places that they're going to be used. So there'll be one up here in this bedroom, one up here in this bedroom, and then the third one is up here above the pantry. Good, good. The electricians still have some work to do. Starting to see the lights though. Light,
Yeah.
switches,
First I thought where he
receptacles.
wrote lights was gonna be, oh, that's gonna be too low for the mirror that I bought, but if it's up there, then that's a problem. Vanity will be here,
And the mirror's how big?
30
Two?
some inches,
36?
30.
Okay, you've seen enough?
Yeah.
Right, so I'll get this wrapped up, and I think we'll have some more to show later on this week. Talk to you later.